Hello friends and welcome to my channel Iballdesigningdeveloper. So like you all know that previously we have covered up many of the things using C++ and I hope you enjoyed all the videos which we have covered up yet. So today in this video I will be telling you about what is return keyword in C++, how we use return keyword and what is the thing difference in return keyword which we have not learned previously on in other C++ videos. So I hope you'll be enjoying this video from start in which I'll be telling you about return keyword here in C++. So if you understand this video and if you enjoy this amazing tutorial here, so remember to hit a like to this video. And if you're new on this channel, want to see more videos like that, so remember to subscribe. And after subscribing, hit notification bell as well so you can get the notifications of all my coming up videos which I will be uploading in future. So now what we are waiting for, let's move to computer screen and let's get started. So now here we are on the computer screen and like I've told you in the start that today in this video we will be learning about return keyword and I'll be telling you that what is return keyword, how you can use it, and if we are understanding about return keyword, so what is this return value which we are getting between the and keyword. So if we understand about return values, like why we use return values here with return keyword, so basically the void keyword used in the previous examples indicate that the function should not return a value. If you want the function to return a value, you can use a data type such as init, string, etc. instead of void and use the return keyword inside the function. So simply if we talk about this example, so it is just saying us that you use void function, yeah, or you can say you use void keyword before any function which you create, because obviously we use void keyword to just indicate that we are not returning any value from the function. And if I want that I should be returning a value from the function, so for that I need to add data types such as init or string, or you can add more other data types as well instead of void, and we have to use another return keyword inside the function. So how you can do that? First of all, for that you need to write the data type name. So like I'm using a data type of integer, so that's why I will be writing int, which is the short form. Then I will be creating a function, and in that function I have created a parameter as integer x. Then in this function I have written a value which is 5 plus x. So now the answer which we will be getting is 8. Why we will be getting 8? Because now the first value which we have written in our function is 5, and this value which we are getting 5, like which we have written in our first function, then when we are calling the function, so in the call function we are writing the value 3. So that's why the 5 will be adding value 3 which will be indicating as x, and then when these two values will be added, 5 plus 3, obviously the answer will be coming 8 as the output which we will be getting after running this function. So I hope you understand how we are running this function and how we are getting our values returned by the keyword which we are using of this return. Now if we see that the example returns the sum of a function with two parameters, so how we can do that? Like if we want to return a function of two parameters, so how we can return that value? So for that you need to again use the integer data type here, because we are returning a value, so we will be not using void keyword here. Instead of that we will be using this integer data type, and with that integer data type again I will be creating a function here, and in that function I have created two parameters, and inside this function I have returned a value as x plus y. Why I have written this value? Because I want that this x and y should be added. And now if I just move to this function, so in my function I have called two values which is 5 or 3, which indicates 5 is x and y is 3. So that's why when we are returning the output, or when we are running it, so again we will be getting the output as 8 because we are writing x plus y. So if we add 5 plus 3, the answer is 8. That's why again when you will be running this value you will be getting the output 8. It's not compulsory to only add the values, you can subtract it, you can multiply it, you can divide it, and you can also change the values. Not only 5 and 3 you can write any number value which you want to write. You can also store the result in a variable. Like if I want that result should be not coming in the output, it should be stored in a variable. So for that we will be using this example. Again we will be creating an integer data type, then again function, two parameters, and inside this function I will be creating a return value. Return value is x plus y. X will be indicating 5 and y will be indicating 3. So 5 plus 3, again the output you will be getting will be 8, but this time the output will be stored in a variable of init main. Init main will be also a function, but this main will be considered as a variable, and this init will be considered as a data type like we have used at the top. So like this you can use these things. So I hope you understand. If we are starting with return keyword, so how we can return a value, and basically what is the work of this return keyword which we are writing here. It just in short form you can just say this return keyword helps us to return a value which we are writing here after this return keyword. So now what I'm going to do is I'll be just copying this example from here, and now we will be seeing if we are using this example in our IDE. So what output we are getting same output of 8, or we are getting any different output. So for that I have just copied this first example here, and I will be just simply moving on to Google Chrome. So just after moving to Google Chrome, I will be writing here Replit. So you all know that previously on when we were just working on C++, we were using the same idea of Replit, and I will be opening my file which is multiple parameters in C++, which we have learned in previous video. And now I will be just changing its title, and today in this video, like I'm telling you about return keyword, so I will be writing the return keyword in C++, and then I'll be pressing enter to save this file. After saving this file, you can just see now the title has been changed here, and we have to also remove all the codes which we have written previously on, because we will be adding new codes here. Then I will be writing include IOStream like this, which is the starting code of C++, and then I will be using namespace std, and then I'll be pasting all the things which we have copied. Remember, when you have written this using namespace std, and after that you need to also create a init main function, but we will be not doing that because we are using function here. So when you're using function, you don't need to create init main. You can directly create function and the value name. Like if you're returning a value, so you can use any data type, but if you're not returning any value, you can simply use void keyword like we were using previously on when we were just working on functions. So now in both function we have just returned a value, and now if we run this here to check the output, so we will be seeing what output we are getting. If I run this, now the output which we are getting is 8. Like I've told you in the start, why we are getting the output 8, because this x will be indicating it as 3, and when 5 plus 3 is added, so the answer will be 8. That's why the output we are getting is 8. Now you can change the value as well. Like if I change this 5 to 6, so now it will be adding 6 plus 3, and if you add 6 plus 3, it's 9. So now the answer will be changed to 9 here. If I run, you can just see now the output is coming as 9. And you can also minus these things here. Like if I minus 6 from 3, so the answer you will be getting will be 3. If I run it, now you can just see it. The answer we are getting is 3. So like that, you can subtract the value, you can multiply the value, and you can divide the value as well. And that's really amazing. I hope you understand how we are getting the values returned in our output. Now I will be just copying other example as well, which we were getting here, which is this example in which we were just getting the same output, but we are using 2 parameters here. Like at the top we were only using 1 parameter, and then we were simply using the data type value as well. Here also we are using data type value, but thing is that here we are using 2 parameters instead of 1, because we have considered 1 value here, and here we have considered 2 values, and all the 2 values which we are returning is x plus y. So that's why x is indicating as 5 itself and y is indicating 3 itself. So now I will be removing this thing here, or you can comment out as well, no problem with that. Now what I'm going to do is I'll be just simply removing this, and I will be now running it again to see what output I'm getting. You can save the file here if you want, Control Z. Then if I run, so you can just see after running again, we are getting the output as 8 because we have added 2 values, which is 5 and 3. So you can add different value as well. Like if I add 10 plus 30, so now the answer you will be getting will be as 40. If I run it, you can just see the answer we are getting is 40, because now it is adding 30 plus 10. You can also add like value 10 to 15, so you will be getting another answer here. You can just see you are getting 45 in the output. So you can just see how we are getting all these things running in the output, and how we are returning a value if it is variable or if it is a string value. You can use these variables things here, and you can just consider these variable as number like I am doing that, and you can get the output. So I hope you understand how we are returning a keyword here in C++, and I hope you enjoyed this video in which we have understand if we want to return a keyword, so how we can do that. And you also know that what is void keyword, how we use that, because in previous function video we have already learned about that, and I hope you understand in this video that how you can return a value and what is return values here. So if you understand this video and if you enjoy this amazing tutorial here, so remember to hit a like to this video, and if you're new on this channel, want to see more videos like that, so remember to subscribe, and after subscribing, hit notification bell as well, so you can get the notifications of all my coming up videos which I will be uploading in future. So now I'll be meeting you in next project or in next tutorial using C++ from start. So for today, goodbye.